Welcome to this global overview of the state of the world in 2026. Today we will analyze the pillars that define our future: education, training, talent, and innovation. We are facing a fundamental question that will define our destiny. Are training, talent, and innovation an expense or an investment? Education is the process by which we learn knowledge and values. It is the seed that helps us grow and live in society. While education is theoretical and critical, training is practical and focused. It prepares you for work in life throughout your entire existence. Talent is the natural ability to do something outstanding without great effort. It can be innate, but it requires practice to develop. There is innate talent that we are born with, acquired talent, potential with possibilities to grow, and hidden talent. Innovating is creating or improving a service and putting it into practice successfully. An original idea is not enough, it must generate real value. These pillars should improve society, but there are too many interests in keeping the population ignorant and mediocre. This way, those in power can continue feeding their egos and their power, preventing anyone from questioning their behavior. It is an uncomfortable truth. Power creates dependency, while true freedom requires deep individual responsibility. Do you really know how systems work for innovation to function? Or do you just let yourself be carried away by what the media and the general consensus say? The educational system faces brutal economic and social challenges, such as the precariousness of the teaching staff and the lack of digital adaptation. The main problem is classroom discipline, behaviors that prevent learning and force families and teachers to flee from certain schools. We are incapable of creating a lasting education law. They're known more by the name of the politician who passed them than by their actual usefulness. No one dares to evaluate the system seriously. Doing so and not taking action is as useless as ignoring an alarming blood test. The initial training of teachers is a taboo subject. No one addresses the educational plans of university degrees because of the power that resides there. The curriculum is poorly designed, with overlapping content and too many subjects that dilute the quality of actual learning. We continue to group by physiological age instead of by ability. We need permeable groups that respect each student's learning speed. The lack of collaboration and excessive bureaucracy are stifling schools. A real evaluation of the teams leading the change is required. School failure and the disconnection from practical skills are global problems. We use rote memorization methods instead of critical thinking. Bullying and cyberbullying damage mental health, while the lack of discipline reflects a loss of respect for teachers. The shortage of public funding and the enormous inequality between public and private education fracture our collective future. The public's knowledge of innovation structures is low, but small decisions are what produce historical changes. We are facing a critical transition where freedom struggles against a false sense of security. Humanity is navigating moral gray areas. Authoritarian governments are on the rise, supported by the egos of their leaders. Traditional democracies are losing legitimacy in the face of institutions with no real power. The phrase "bread and circuses" reflects the politics of many countries. Education is being sacrificed to prevent the population from questioning power. There are 272 million young people out of the education system. Underinvestment and structural inequalities are a crisis of fundamental rights. In many countries, 70% of children lack minimum competencies. An ill-prepared generation could compromise the future of all humanity. It is urgent to elevate the status of the teaching profession. There's a shortage of 69 million teachers worldwide to ensure a decent education by 2030. Reducing the digital divide requires the participation of the state and challenging IMF restrictions that limit essential public investment. The luck of birth still determines destinies. We need educational research to drive real and stable innovation in the classroom. Singapore, Japan, and South Korea lead global academic excellence thanks to rigorous systems and high teaching quality. Estonia, Finland, and Canada are benchmarks in well-being and innovation, integrating technology and equity in an exemplary way. Spanish innovation fails at its social foundation. We are behind Europe due to a historical lag and a lack of strategic vision. Innovating is generating human and social value, not just digital. Europe must defend a path of innovation with rights and cohesion. Can freedom survive when elites promote ignorance while AI governs with greater efficiency than human beings? Do you have the attitude and the necessary skills to face all of this and confront your future with guarantees of success? Without innovation, there is no future for a society in decline. It is time to act. Wake up.